everyone, welcome back to my channel. I kind of made a vow to myself I'm going to stop saying guys, because it it does my head in, and I imagine it probably does yours in too, but you know, it's one of them things that I've come to hate, so it'll be hi everyone from now on. Anyway, I hope you're all well and looking after yourselves and getting plenty of crafting in. Today's video is going to be a stitch with me. I am working on this kit from everydayedeals. This picture never came out very well, but I never go by that anyway. So what I did, excuse the crinkle, I went and pinched the picture from the website and I printed it out. It looks more blue than it does purple at this point. This one looks lilac, this one looks blue. But when you look at the threads, it's kind of both. So that's the kit I'm working on anyway. And isn't she just absolutely beautiful? I have already started her. You guys know me by now. I said guys again, I'll apologise. Anyway, like I said, I have already started. It's a 14 count counted cross stitch kit and I'm working from the chart. I did try and photocopy this just so that I didn't have to draw on this, but when I photocopy it, because it's not like standard paper, it comes out really weird. So I'm going to try and work from this without marking it. Now let's see how far that gets me, eh? Anyway, as I said, I hope you are all well. Tongue twisting today. I'm better today. I told you I was taking this week off from floss tube, so I wasn't going to be doing much stitching. But I do miss it when I don't do it. So a stitch with me, I didn't mind. 2, 3, 6. What was I saying? Yeah, pass. I know I was saying I don't mind doing. I think that's 6. Is it one away? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I was going to do my blanket all this week. I'm not doing too bad with that. Anyway, I've just remembered where I was going with that one. I'd planned to do, apart from today's stitch with me, just take the week off from stitching, unless I really, really felt like it. And I was going to like focus on my blanket, get that finished. I think I've got, at the weekend, I had something like 163. It was either 163 or 167 rows left to do. Monday, I did focus on it. Then Monday night I got hit with the worst migraine I've had in months. The last one I had like that, I was actually physically sick, but it was, oh my goodness, awful, just awful. And I think I spent the entire evening, I actually went upstairs to bed early. I couldn't lie down, I couldn't sit up, it just, nothing I did made it any better, which I should know. That's normal for me with a migraine. Where am I at? 3. And it just come to the point where I was just sat on the side of the bed, just, I know I sound crazy, but rocking. Just sitting on the side of the bed, rocking, and then leaning over, putting my head on the drawers, and then sitting back up again. I felt so sick. I wouldn't mind, but I had already taken some cocodamol for my hypermobility and my arthritis. So I couldn't take anything else regarding pain. Couldn't take paracetamol, I couldn't take ibuprofen. Now normally when I feel that a migraine's coming on, I don't always get an aura. But if I suspect it's more than just a headache, I will go and take 2 ibuprofen and 2 paracetamol, and usually, touch wood, that quells it. It stops it before it really starts. Anyway, so because I'd taken cocodamol earlier on in the evening, I couldn't take anything else, so the pain was just awful. I lay on the bed. I don't even know how I fell asleep. I have no idea, because I was so uncomfortable. Anyway, I obviously did fall asleep because then I woke up when Rob came to bed. And it was something like 1:15 in the morning. And the headache, it hadn't gone. But it wasn't as bad as it was. It's weird. It was like a kind of, I'm still here, but I'm not. The pain wasn't quite so bad and it had eased a bit, but I still felt weak, for want of a better word. I just felt nauseous, weak. And when I got up the next day, it was pretty much more of the same. Apparently it's called like a migraine hangover. Because I felt sick still all the following day. So yesterday I was still not myself, just sensitive hearing. I had tinnitus all day yesterday. It was just, all I could hear was like this high pitch, I don't know, just noise. I wouldn't even say it was in my ears, it was like it was in my head. Apparently that's normal too, tinnitus after a migraine. Well, apparently it's because of the sensitivity of the ears when you've got a migraine. But it's gone today, thankfully. I got up this morning, I was actually feeling better. So today I can actually craft, which I'm glad about because I get so bored if I've just got to sit there and all I've got to do is watch the telly. I'm not one for just sitting there, you know. Although I like series and I like films and movies and whatever, I'm not one for just solely sitting there watching the telly. That's not me. So the fact that I can get back to my crafting now is awesome. But I think I worked on this on Monday. I'd already done the unboxing video, I just couldn't put it up yet. So as long as I'd done the unboxing, it was fine. I could get it out and start it, and I did. Like I said, when you're such a cross-stitch addict, you know, and you've got as many projects as I've got going on, it's crazy. But this one is just gorgeous, and I'm loving the fact that it is a counted cross-stitch. I don't mind the stamped kits and I will work on them, but I absolutely love a counted cross stitch because I'm not staring at the picture in front of me already and stitching over the stamped bit. I prefer my stamped kits sort of later on in the evening when you know, the kids are all settling down and it's quiet. I prefer to do them then. During the day, I like my counted cross-stitch kits, if I can. Okay, let's tie that one in. I don't know if it's because this chart is so big. My printer, it is a scanner as well. Do you know what? I didn't even bring my scissors over. Anyway. I'll cut that off after, it's fine. So I go and knot the threads. Fantastic. Yeah, my printer / scanner, it only goes as big as A4. Now this is a much bigger chart than an A4. Let me just, you know, it's kind of a lot bigger, so you're kind of having to squeeze it into the scanner. I'm wondering if that's what's made it come out funny, because it's all sticking out all sides of the scanner. I'm wondering if that makes it so the light's not proper on it. So I'm just wondering actually if I can, well, I can cut it out. What I mean is if I cut it out and I scan it, if it'll come up a bit better. That might be worth a try actually. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to work down this side now. Let's tie this in. Sorry, I'm just tying my thread on the back. I was doing the loop start, so I was only using one strand folded in two, but the they run out faster, and I'm having to get a new strand, you know, more frequently. Anyway, let's move this back over there. Where are we? Oops, pulling that a bit too hard. Let's move down there. Whoops. Okay. Anyway, so apart from the migraine, this week's been all right, although it's taken 2 days of my week. My brother rang, he video called me yesterday, and I had to answer it. I wouldn't have normally, just because of how rough I felt, but I had to answer it because my nephew's school had rung me saying they couldn't get hold of my brother. He'd gone over on his ankle, they needed him picked up, you know, getting checked out and stuff. So he didn't answer, and I rang him a few times, and eventually he video called me back. And we had a really brief chat, and I could tell by the way he was looking at me, he knew something wasn't quite... That's loud. That's more than one. There must have been an accident. That's 2 ambulances just gone past going the same way. I don't know, you just know. I don't know. A bit of police chase. No. I wouldn't have thought so. Anyway, so I video chatted with him, and like I said, I knew from the look on his face, he knew something wasn't quite right. So we got off the phone call because he had to sort his son out. And then I messaged him straight away. Whoops. I messaged him straight away just to say, look, before you say I look like hell, I know. And I just, you know, I had a bad migraine. Today's like the hangover part of it. So I'm just... you know, and he said, funnily enough, he said, when I got off the phone to you, he turned around to his wife, Elaine, and said, she looks like hell. I did have to laugh, because I know he knows me so well, and I know him so well, so. But, touch wood, we're okay today. I mean, I did. Yesterday afternoon, I started to feel a bit better, and then as I was sort of looking at my charts and stuff and my kits, I had an aura appear in my eye. Oh my gosh. I panicked then, thinking, oh my god, another one, seriously. So as soon as I saw the aura, because it starts off really, really, really tiny at first, and I can't always sort of know instantly that it's there, because sometimes the aura starts off as a tiny, tiny spot. So when I look at something, let's say, I'll give you an example. If I was reading this, the tiny dot would perhaps cover up part of the O there, but it's not always clear that it's there. I don't know, it doesn't make sense. I can't always tell straight away, but then as it grows, it goes like, I always make the connection to a kaleidoscope. You know, when you were a kid, you had the kaleidoscope, and when you turned it, all the different shapes and everything, and like zigzags, and yeah, it's like that. So it was an instant, straight in the kitchen, 2 paracetamol, 2 ibuprofen, and just sit and pray that it didn't become anything else, and touch wood, oh my goodness, it didn't. So I don't know if it's the fact that it was a headacheless aura, because I have had those before. I've had an aura but no headache, or if I just caught it in time. But I know for sure I wasn't going to go through that a second time. My pain threshold is not very good anyway. I know I've had 4 kids, you know. You forget the pain of giving birth though, don't you, between kids? And the only time you remember is when your labour starts for the 2nd time or the 3rd time. When labour starts again, you think, oh my goodness, why did I do this again? But anyway, yeah, my pain threshold just isn't very good. So, but hopefully the rest of the week, I mean, I did manage to get a lot of blanket done on Monday. So that made up for the fact that I couldn't do any Tuesday. I did do a little bit yesterday, but not as much. So I'm going to finish this video. I have got another unboxing video to do. And then I'm going to get my blanket back out. Like I said, I don't really want to do a floss tube this week, so I want that blanket finished. It's so big now and bulky, and trying to turn it over when you're trying to, you know, work one row to the next, because I'm not doing it in the stitch that I would normally do it, where I don't have to turn it over. I have to turn this over, and it is for a queen size bed, so you can imagine how big it is, and I'm having to deal with that every time I turn it over. So I'm trying to roll it up, and yeah, it's just not funny. It's a nightmare. So I can't wait for it to be finished, because it is looking fabulous. Really fabulous. Oops. Hello, Luna. Hi. Have you just come in? She was sat outside, sprawled on the sand tray. The sun's not out, but it is so muggy and warm. Leave her in. She wanted to come in anyway, so she can stay till I'm finished. Okay, hold on. So my next unboxing, I'm not sure when it's going to go up, because I try to leave a few days between my unboxings, so that like each company gets a fair viewing, shall we say. But okay, this is hard going, you know, trying to work from a chart that I'm not marking off from. So I was marking it off, I could see quite clearly where I would be, but it's getting a little bit hard. I'm going to see if I cut it out, if I go and photocopy it, then if it will make a difference. If it does, that'll make such a difference. I don't want to ruin the chart. It is a beautiful pattern. You know, and there's always that option to stitch it again then as well. Although it is fairly cheap to buy as a kit, so I don't know. I'll see. I'll try photocopying it again later. See where we end up with that. So what have you guys been up to? My kids have just been doing schoolwork and schoolwork. The kids have been borrowing books from the library, because the library's at the top of my street. Riley's quite into his Goosebumps. I can't remember what Ellie chose. She wanted a Harry Potter book, but when I scanned it, it said that someone else had requested it, so we couldn't take it. But the people in the back were busy with other people. We were stood there a good 20 minutes waiting. So in the end, I just put the book back, said, pick a different one, we're going. I didn't want to disturb the people that were in the office, like doing whatever was important. So we shall have to try again next time. Let me just take a sip of coffee. It's probably freezing by now.
You chose a Slappy New Year Goosebumps book.
Yeah. We found a new series yesterday, and you know when you read the I don't know, is it the bio or whatever it is, the bit that tells you all about the series, it sounded really not weird but unusual. So we thought, you know what, we'll We'll watch the first one, see how it goes. Is that a diagonal one? Yeah. And it's called Midwich Cuckoos. To say it's strange is, yeah, I don't even think that comes close. It starts off in a small town. I'm not sure where this town is supposed to be, but it's called Midwich. And it's a very small community. And this one evening, I don't know, something happens and this light comes down from the sky. Everyone says it was a lightning. That's what they seem to remember it as the next day. But it was this light that just came out of the sky from nowhere. And everyone just got knocked out. It just knocked them all out, and I think they were out all night. And when they came to, I think it was the following day, they all stood up, just a bit, I don't know, dazed maybe. But they all put their hand on their belly, like they were suddenly pregnant, and they knew it. Turned out they all were, but these officers and special investigator people, they took them all in, and every woman of childbearing age in the town that was in the town that night was actually pregnant, and the children that have been born have special powers. They communicate with each other without talking. It's really weird. 3 of the women tried to have abortions because it just 4. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 3 between? Yeah. But when they went to sign the consent forms at this special place, the babies actually controlled them, made them drop the pens and walk out. It was really weird. But it's been pretty good to watch, actually. Where am I? Yep. There. One, 3. I can't wait to start the lilac in this one because it looks so nice. I think that's what number 17 is. I'll have to check. Yeah, it is. I can see it from here, 792, and it says on here 792, so I can't wait. What else have I been doing? I've actually bought another ball of wool, not for the blanket I'm working on. Yeah, I know, I've got enough balls of wool as it is, and I don't need any more. It's actually for a blanket that I've put down for a long time, and it's my Looney Tunes one. I could never seem to find the right blue for the background of Bugs Bunny. And then when Rob went around the shop today, we were on video call, and he said, I'm just going to check the wool. He does that from time to time. So he checked that. Luna, really? So he's going across the shelves of this wool, and there's this blue mint, like spearmint blue colour, and oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. That'll be the absolute perfect background, I think, for Bugs Bunny. So I now have Bugs Bunny ready to go. I think I'm making up today for all the lack of work the last few days, or the last 2 days at least. No, because I did do some on Tuesday. The migraine hit, no, on Monday. The migraine hit later. So I've lost a day, essentially. But I read online that the hangover can actually be just as debilitating as the migraine itself for some people. And yet some people are lucky. When the migraine's gone, it's gone. They have no after effects, you know. Lucky them, I say. Anyway, I have actually touched my paint by numbers last week, but I just forgot to show it, so I haven't done a whole load on it. Hang on. Yeah. But I've been filling in a lot of pink. I just went with the colour that I saw, you know, a few different patches of, and I went with it. So I've done a bit of pink. Can't wait to get to the fairy lady and her wings. I think she's kind of over here somewhere. Okay. I don't think I've been up to much else. I actually bought this new tool. It arrived this morning. You know when you go on YouTube, you get like these random videos pop up, and I don't even know why, but this video popped up, and this couple, they've got 2 dogs, and he was saying, right, watch this, I'm going to hoover. He said we have a special dog hair attachment that goes on the bottom of the brush when you're hoovering. He said, so you'd think, you know, the floor would be pretty clean, and it looks pretty clean. Anyway, she's got this special tool that you put on the carpet and you drag it across the carpet, and it collects pet hair. And even after they'd hoovered with the dog hair special tool and everything, she was still pulling a lot of dog fur off the carpet, and it was amazing. So I ordered one, and it arrived this morning. So I've given it a whirl on the rug, because me and Ali shed like no one's business. It's not just the cats. So we give it a whirl on the rug before. Oh my gosh. There was more hair on that rug than I even saw. It didn't seem humanly possible that I could have got that much hair just off the rug alone. So I'm going to set them 2 free with that tool later on, because I know Ellie's room is going to be awful, because she does spend a lot of time in there, and she does molt a lot, and you know, and the cats go in there a lot. So I'm setting them free with the tool later. Seems to do well. Riley's got a college day coming up on the 5th of next month. He's got to go in for the day, I think. And it's just come in, see what college life is like, and...
You said the wrong name.
Tyler.
You said Riley.
Did I? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh well. One of the kids. He's got I think it's a full day at college, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, it's like a come in, see what college life is like, meet some of the staff, and you know. He has emailed the lady he's been conversing with about college, because they've requested a report. Now I can't find the last one I had from Tyler's school. I'm not sure if I kept it. Usually I do, but I can't find it. So, and they wanted his last report. Well, I emailed the lady that I used to deal with. She sent me his year 10 one, which is when I was going through all that malarkey of not sending him to school, and that's pretty much all his report says. Can't comment, he wasn't in school. Can't comment, he wasn't in school, which is frustrating. So I emailed her back and I said, look, okay, I appreciate you sending me that one. I don't suppose you happen to have his year 9 one. Now, I emailed her last week and she's still not got back to me, even though I emailed her a second time requesting the same information, which is just, it's just rude. Do you know what I mean? You email someone, you expect them to email you back, even if they haven't got it, just to say, you know, I'm ever so sorry, we don't have it anymore. Do you know, I can work with that, but the, just, yeah. I would never dream of someone emailing me just ignoring it, or not at least sending a message back saying, I got your message, you know, I'm a bit busy at the minute, can you hold on? So Tyler's had to email the college and say, look, we've tried to get the report, she's not responding to emails, where do we go from here? You know, we need to know what we're doing, where we're going, but I hate ignorance. I mean, after one email, you could get away with saying, oh, do you know what, I did look at it and then I just forgot to get back to you. That, you know, I've done that myself. But 2 emails? You tend to think not. Anyway. It'll get sorted, undoubtedly. I'm going to let you guys go in a minute. I'm going to try and photocopy this again because this is harder than I ever expected it to be. Although I could, I don't know, sort of, without using a pen or anything, highlight the square I'm on. Because I'm working these in squares, this colour particularly. So I could try and just kind of find a way of just highlighting the one square. See if I can work it that way. Anyway, guys, again. Anyway, everybody, thank you for sitting with me and listening to me rant while I stitch away on my absolutely beautiful elf in the moon, or elf girl in the moon. I'm looking forward to getting some more of this done. She is beautiful and the colours are gorgeous. See, this is the one. This one here, I'm not sure if that shows up properly on camera as the right colour, but that's the colour I'm looking forward to getting. Let's take it out of its packet. This one, it's more of a purpley colour than a blue, and it fits in between all this blue, so I'm excited to get that one out. I want to get a bit more blue done first. So, thank you for sitting with me and, you know, listening to me, or working along with me if that's what you did. I hope you got as much stitching in as I did. I will put a link to this kit just because I've worked on it during the stitching chat, or a stitch with me, whatever I call it. Just because you've seen it, I've worked on it, and just in case you want to go and check it out yourself, I'll put the link down below. But thank you so much, guys, for, oh my goodness, there it is again, for sitting with me. Enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your week. Have an amazing weekend, because I'm not going to see you the weekend. And then I hope next week is just as good for you, and I will catch you on my floss tube the week after that. The end of next week. Yeah. Okay, so take care guys, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone.